Yeah, he's going to be doing a podcast.
Mm-hmm. Hi guys, and welcome to this week's episode of the Pixel Podcast. I'm your digital host with the most, Deceptive Cobra, and with me as always there is the sexy Baroness down below. And her guest, of course, is HM Jackal. And of course, my guest is a complete and total fucking no-show. Thank you, Mike. So obviously, we had a stand-in, Mr. Robert Butcher. Thank you, Robert, for standing in. And what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be talking about something that went on from last week's podcast, which is about esports. And so, I want to make this abundantly clear up front right now. There's a game company called Hi-Res Studios. Okay, you guys may have heard of them, you guys may have not. They do a bunch of different MMOs and whatnot, but they've also do a game called Smite. Now, Smite is a game where you portray a god or a deity, or you know, whatever you want to call it. And it's kind of like League of Legends, but you're in a third-person view. Not so zoomed out, you're actually literally standing right behind the god. If this is the god, this is where the camera angle is. And they're doing a tournament. Their grand prize has just reached over $2 million for the prize pool. I honestly don't think NFL players get paid that for doing the Super Bowl, do they?
I don't think they do.
I know they get a ring.
Well, it doesn't matter whether they make it into a Super Bowl or not. They have a contract that's usually so much per year, unless the football player gets injured, and it usually drops down when they're on injured reserves to a certain amount. But still, their contracts are ridiculous to begin with. Any kind of sports player that puts their body on the line, football, hockey. Baseball is not really a high contact sport, but
unless you're Barry Bonds.
Well, yeah, but
sorry, I mean,
when you're looking at a football player who's a number one draft pick out of a college, because that's why I love watching college football more than pro, because college kids have got more to prove because they're trying to get into the pro and they're not getting paid for it, and a lot of these guys get hurt before they even get there. And they get in, they get their contracts and stuff. Now they're making $2 million a year, $3 million a year, $11 million a year. Depending on how much what the team's willing to pay them. But still, I mean, if you made $2 million in 1 year, I'm sorry, with the right investments, you put some of that money away. You're set for the rest of your life.
But you see, that's the thing. I've always heard nothing but horror stories about former NFL pro players who burn through their money and now are nothing but goons for the mob or for, a casino in Vegas or end up doing, Dancing with the Stars or some shit,
Oh, yeah. I know Sean Bradley. His beginning contract now he was an NBA player, not an NFL, was like $5 million.
Yeah. See, I like I said, I know that, but $2 million for sitting on your ass, playing a few things. I mean, I'm grateful to the fact that I've got 260 plus viewers.
266.
Yeah. I am actually grateful that I have that many followers. That granted, not all 266 of them come into my stream, at any one time, but
it'd be nice if they did.
Yeah, it would. But no,
that'd be scary.
Yeah, tell me about it. But the point is, I'm just happy that I have people that want to watch me, and I want to say a big thank you to all of my followers. I want to take this quick opportunity.
Yeah, the problem is they realize what you look like, and they might scare them away.
Well, they know what I look like. Anyway, I want to take this big opportunity to thank a few people. I want to thank Capcom, who have somewhat supported me in the past by sending me game codes to review copies of their games on Steam. I want to thank Konami, who recently sent me a review copy for their new Metal Gear Solid 5 game. The video of that will be coming up soon. And I want to thank my wife, who has literally supported me through all of this. When I turned around and told her, I want to sit on my ass and play video games, it wasn't a, fine, I've got to go get a freaking job then. She I showed her Twitch, I showed her, all these other things, and she was like, well, we'll try and make it work. And I am trying to make it work. And I hope it shows in the podcast, in the videos I put out, things like that. And I want to thank all of my followers who have donated their time, their energy, their effort. I want to thank Mike, even though he's a no-show tonight. I wanted to thank Mike for helping me with the website. I want to thank Liam, who's also helped with the website. I want to thank, everyone, including you, Vic, including you, Bob, who have helped me in ways that you can't even possibly imagine. There have been days when I just don't want to stream. I'm burnt out. I'm tired. I'm upset. All the negatives, all the trolls are getting to me. And Vic will say something that'll make me chuckle, and I'm like, fuck it, I'll stream. What's the worst that's going to happen?
Besides being the background comic relief for you.
Exactly. We're platooning World of Tanks or War Thunder, and all of a sudden it's like I get like 19 people, and I'm not even supposed to be streaming. It's like a test stream or something, And I got 19 people in my chat room, and they're like, "Oh, I've never seen you before." Follow button, follow button, follow button. Unfortunately, a week later, those 10 people who followed me have buggered off. But. No, I want to take.
He'll be back sooner or later.
Exactly. I
remember this guy and come back. Yeah, he was freaking funny.
Yeah, I want to take this time to thank everyone who has been a part of my life and continues to do so. A lot of people, especially goal streamers, and you can just type in on a Twitch thing, goal streamer, and all there is a webcam and them pointing to their tits. And it's like, check out my Amazon wish list! And they're playing solitaire. Fucking solitaire. Mm-hmm. All it is just a titty show. And because they're actually streaming a game, Twitch can't shut them down. But it's fucking solitaire, And I'm like, oh, hey, and she's got like 4,000 plus followers. And I'm like...
That is because...
Horny little boys.
Horny little boys.
Mm-hmm.
That's because they're watching so they can see panties.
or even where
as my shirt says, I am not immune.
or as Faputron says, oh my God, Fap, you are 5,000. Because they keep fapping. But no, I just want to take this time to thank all of my followers, especially on Twitch, on Facebook, on the pro boards, everywhere else. Who have taken the time to want to watch me play instead of play themselves. I know a lot of players out there would rather play themselves than watch, but still, I want to thank them. I want to thank you all for watching the Pixel Podcast, for hitting that like button, for sharing it, for favoring it and everything else. And this Pixel Podcast, it doesn't have any straightforward questions like it does in the last two podcasts, so I'm just going to throw it out there. I'm just going to throw gaming things out there. There is a few things I want to talk about, one of which is a rebuttal to the esports thing, which is, $2 million for a prize pool is amazing. It does show that there is more faith growing in esports, in a computer game event, in a PC game event, or in a console gaming event. It does show that there is a lot more companies out there like Intel, like AMD, Nvidia, wanting to sponsor these things, and it's amazing. But the problem with tournaments is they are fraught with cheaters, with people who want to get the upper hand, who want that prize money. I think it was like a week ago, there was a Counter-Strike Go tournament, which an enemy team found a glitch on the map and used it to their advantage, where they were sniping the enemy team as they were spawning in. And that's all they did. They found a glitch on the map where there was a dead pixel, which is a part of the map that's been removed texture-wise, but is still there polygon-wise. So they had a player walk up to this wall, crouch, had another player run up, jump on his shoulders, had that player stand up, which then allowed that other player on his shoulders to jump up onto this dead pixel, and now he's aiming over the roof of this building, and he can snipe the enemy team as they were spawning in. And the other team, they just stood up, walked away from their computers, walked over to a judge, and the judge didn't know what to do. The judge didn't know what to say. And it's like, it's a clear, abundant cheat in a tournament. A televised tournament. It was on Twitch. It was even on ESPN.
And the judge didn't know what to do?
The judge didn't know what to do and allowed it to continue on.
He should have stopped it.
It took MLG, the company who was Major League Gaming, it took Major League Gaming to step in and ban every player of that team for cheating, and now they're talking about redoing the entire tournament. The last leg. And it's like, no, if they've been banned, automatically give the win to the other team. That's what fucking happens. But now they want to redo the entire last leg of the tournament. I'm like, no, because that's no, you don't do a do-over when the enemy team are cheating. I mean, and I'm going to go back to baseball here. Look at Barry Bonds, okay? Barry Bonds, if you look at his older pictures to what he looks like right now, you don't get physically stronger as you age. You get physically weaker. Yet Barry Bonds has predominantly on a chart, if this is his age, this is his performance. Do you see what I'm saying? It doesn't add up. I mean, and then he goes, no, I don't take steroids, as his breast opens up, turns a fucking door handle so he can walk through. No, I'm sorry, okay? Which is why there's an asterisk next to Barry Bonds' name now in the Hall of Fame. Because he cheated. They can't exactly go back in time and redo all these freaking, all these tournaments. But so they've tarnished his record completely from the Hall of Fame. And that leads me into another thing that's going on right now, which is American Update. On War Thunder. The American tanks are finally in War Thunder. But there's a problem, which is if you want to proceed beyond rank 2, you have to buy a package to allow you to get onto the test server to allow you to unlock the tier 2, the tier 3. Well, now apparently the tier 2 have been unlocked. Excuse me, apparently the tier 2 have recently been unlocked. It's been the 3 days, so the tier 2 have been unlocked, but still tier 3 and tier 4 are still locked to regular players unless you buy this package. Well, I had to buy a package, so I bought the cheapest package, which was $3 and something, just so that I could progress on into rank 2. Now, I had an entire day set aside this week during my stream to do a marathon to get as close as I can. This is the Pixel Podcast, legend. As close as I could to get down the American lineup to either the Walker Bulldog or the M103. And I couldn't do that because the videos that Gaijin put up on YouTube didn't say any asterisk anywhere that you need to buy into the beta or that you need to buy this specific package or that it didn't say it anywhere, and as far as I'm concerned, that is false advertising.
It was a way for them to guarantee that they were going to make money.
And no. See, that's the thing. The reason why they're doing this is because that World of Tanks Wargaming are coming out with their 9.5 patch next week.
He says no. He means the cheating in tournament.
It happened in a Counter-Strike Go tournament. I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks ago. It was Counter-Strike Go. It was on ESPN 3 and a few other things. Total Biscuit went into more depth on it and whatnot. I just wanted to bring it up because I'm just glad that there are certain people in there. Yeah, it was a DreamHack. Yeah, Counter-Strike Go at DreamHack. Thank you, comps, for that. Yeah, it was there was an enemy team that found a dead pixel glitch and could snipe into the other enemy's team as they were spawning in. It was just flat out cheating. Flat out cheating, and they should have called it right there and then. They should have disqualified that entire bloody team and gave the win immediately to the opposite team instead of redoing it now. They're apparently going to redo that entire round. And I'm like, no. If they knew what they were doing was against the rules, and they proved it because Total Biscuit posted the rules in one of his WTF videos, and it clearly says right there, if you do anything to gain an upper hand advantage in a map, and it even clearly says dead pixels, which is what they did, you are to be disqualified. They use a dead pixel, they get disqualified, but apparently no. So they're redoing the entire last leg of the tournament, which I think is ridiculous.
Yeah, that is ridiculous.
But anyway, back
it makes me wonder how much are they being paid for
exactly
to redo it.
Exactly, and so I'm just glad that the fact that Smite has a $2 million prize pool, and I know I've got a few Smite players in my stream, and you know, Anaku is a Smite player, and he's found certain glitches. He's reported them immediately the moment he's found them, and you want to know why? Smite rewards players who report glitches. They give them their in-game gems, their version of World of Tanks Gold, for finding glitches in their game. And he's found several, and gotten, you know, like gems, bought guards, bought skin packs, stuff like that. You know what I mean? He's done it the right way. So I used to be part of a bug bounty program in Firefox and in Google and whatnot, because I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I used to be a bit of a hacker, not you know, like anonymous or anything. I used to hack games. I used to do bug testing in their anti-hack programs and various other things. And there was one game we played where I found the hack I had to, the level of hacking I had to get to. Yeah, granted, wasn't exactly mainstream hacking, but I did it, and that consisted of packet hacking. Now, a lot of hackers don't want to packet hack because that is hardcore FBI rule breaking. If you get caught packet hacking across state lines, you'll get nailed by the FBI. You'll be going to federal prison. But I did it, and I told them I was going to do it. They didn't believe me. I went ahead and did it, hacked their server, got all the username and passwords for everyone else's account in that server, gave myself GM privileges, infinite freaking credits, the ability, I mean, I made it like where I was a god. I could walk up to a world boss and it could stand there pounding on me, and I'm level 1 and it can't kill me. And I did that to prove the owners of said game that they do have a lacking security in their encryption site of their server. And if I can get in and steal your server files, what's going to stop a known hacker group from getting in and posting your server files on Rage Zone, on Elite Hack Bastards, on so many other forums?
Exactly.
You know?
I will be right back really quick.
And you're out server files, private servers are popping up everywhere, now you're out real money, and all they did was ban my account. Granted, I got off easy. They could have called the FBI. I could be in handcuffs and orange polyester right now, but I'm not. And still, to this day, they haven't fixed that bug. They still haven't fixed that bug. Every time they come out with a new expansion for that game, guess what? Within an hour, a private server has the expansion. All the updated server files, all the updated everything. And when I tried to explain to them, that's where your issue is, they keep trying to send cease and desist letters to all these servers. It doesn't matter. It's like a hydra. For each one head you cut off, 2 more will take its place. It's like whack-a-mole. You're always going to lose. And they never, ever learned. Never learned. And you know what? I walked away. I told them where their security was lacking. And still to this day, there's private servers of their game. To the point where they ended up just closing the game. And making a new version of the game. Still with the same security flaw in their servers, I might add. So there's now private servers of their brand new re-released game out there already. And they're like, how the hell does this keep happening? I freaking told you. It's in your server-side checksum errors within your CRC32 encryption along with your blowfish, which is 2 types of packet encryption, if you don't know what that is. But it got to the point where I tried to explain it to him that this, I mean, I even did the exact same thing on another game that we play, that when I told Michelle I was doing it, she told me, stop, please, for the love of God, stop.
I'm back.
But I did it
Welcome back.
for that game, and I sent them everything. The encrypted logs, the login passwords. I had all the passwords for all the GMs for that game. I could have logged in under any GM's name and saw what they were doing. I was getting the IP addresses of anyone in any chat room. So if they were in the Dragons Reborn chat, that should tell you what game it was. If they were in the Dragons Reborn chat, if they was in the Open World chat, if they was in the Merchants chat room, I could literally go, okay, so he's in Luxembourg, Kentucky. He's in Los Angeles, California. She is in Missouri. They're in Illinois. They're in New York. I could literally go ping, 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 and find out where everyone was. And go, oh, let's see, /Mac, assign, and I could reassign them. And I try to log back in, and it'll tell them, sorry, you're banned. I could literally just right-click and ban people from the level of security clearance access I had. Because you should remember when they was having an issue with their subscription system.
Yep.
That was me. That's when everyone was playing for free. I pointed it out to them. I showed them the logs on how I got in. They immediately fixed their system. So I got to give them props on that.
Yeah, they went in and they fixed it and told him, thank you for finding this and reporting it to us.
Yeah. I reported it to him. I'm what's known as an ethical hacker. I hack
a white hat.
Yeah. I hack for ethical reasons. If I don't hack for malicious reasons. I'm not going to hack some celebrities' phones for nude pictures. If I want a nude picture, I can just Photoshop your fucking head on someone's body.
Which a lot of them probably do.
Exactly. I don't need nudes. I don't need Sony's, contracts lists. I don't need people's social security numbers. I don't need any of that stuff. I'm what's known as an ethical hacker. When I get to start playing a game and I have to start forking over credit card information or buying time cards, things like that, I want to make sure that their back-end security is as tight as their front end. Do you see what I'm saying? Like I know that there was issues with StarCraft. When StarCraft 2's Wings of Liberty first came out, there was certain EULA scripts you could get that you could activate in game. Doesn't show anything on your HUD, so I could be streaming this shit as I'm doing it. Press F2 or whatever key combination I wanted to, and it told me how many minions you had, how many units you have, where your base was, how much credits you've got, how much gas you've got. It would tell me everything I'd need to know. Do you see what I'm saying? And which is why Wings of Liberty tournaments were literally just falling apart. Because no one could prove that the other player's doing it because there's no visual aid reference. Do you see what I'm saying? Did I check War Thunder? No. I'm not going to bother hacking War Thunder. Which, by the way, leads me into the next series of questions. Which is a bit geopolitical here. Normally I don't talk about religion or politics, but this is something I really want to talk about. Which is, have you guys noticed the price increase on certain games?
Yes. Like
the Eagles for War Thunder. To buy premium for 1 day is double the price, but to buy it for a week is 10% off. And now everything's becoming a package deal. Have you ever noticed that now? Everything's a bundle deal now. If you want the premium Mustang in the Americans, okay, you can buy, and it will list bundles that you can get it in, including the cheapest bundle. That's because the Russian ruble officially collapsed as of 24 hours ago. You know that
collapsed?
Poor economics. Because Russia didn't switch over to the euro. They stuck with their ruble, and the ruble has gone tits up. Right now, people are in dire straits in Russia. People are selling the Panzer II J codes and the Soviet BSV codes. Why do you think World of Tanks has automatically done this whole 25 days of Christmas shit, where you can get a KV-5, a Type 59, all these tanks that they promised they were never going to bring back into the game for peanuts, because they are hurting for money. Every player who doesn't have a premium account or a premium tank can literally rake it in. Right now, when I logged in as of this morning, I could get a garage slot for 50 eagles. For 50 gold. A garage slot. Which is
wasn't that like 150?
Normally it's 300. They are hurting for money to the point where they would chop off their hand to save their arm. So you can get garage slots for 50 gold.
Wow.
50
For the
gold.
Russians, yes it is.
Wow.
Yeah, the ruble has gone tits up. It is dead. If you look right now on trading currencies, bitcoins are rated higher. A digital currency. Dogecoins even, which by the way, we do accept as tips now. Dogecoins, okay, are now rated higher than a ruble. Dogecoins. Dogecoins is a Bitcoin ripoff. It's a lesser known Bitcoin.
Come here.
I now accept Dogecoins. There's a bot in chat called DodgeBot. You just type in Dogecoin and your donation amount, and DodgeBot automatically puts it into my wallet. And yeah, the Dogecoins are now rated higher. The Spanish Luda, okay, the coin that Spain used before they switched to euro, is still rated higher than a Russian ruble.
Damn.
That is messed up. This
Sorry,
is why
I had a whining puppy.
I know. This is why Russian companies like Gaijin and Wargaming are hurting. Wargaming recently purchased it's fine. Wargaming recently purchased another gaming company. I'm not going to say their name, but I used to play the game. And they use a specific engine called the Cry engine. Which, by the way, Armored Warfare is rumoured to be using the Cry engine. Well, the problem is, Wargaming is now looking at selling that company that they just bought because they don't have the money to buy it outright. When they went to the negotiation table, the ruble was doing good against the euro and the pound and the dollar. But now it's so piss weak that they're going to have to pay triple what they was going to pay for Crysis Inc. Crysis the company. Not the game Crysis. Although that is made by the game company. The company itself is called Crysis. And they have their own graphics engine known as the Crysis engine. You've got the Havoc engine, the Unreal engine, the Crysis engine. You know, they're mostly used for first-person shooters and a few other games. Well, Crysis is hurting for money so bad that they haven't paid their European workers in 3 weeks.
Wow.
They were hurting for money. And so they went to the negotiations table with Wargaming, and Wargaming said, well, we will buy you for X amount. I'm not going to say the amount, but needless to say, it would have been enough to buy everyone in England a Mercedes-Benz. And now, they're going to have to pay triple that because the ruble has sunk.
Wow.
Yep. It has, the Russian ruble has collapsed. It is no longer a viable currency. The Russian government is in tatters right now, which is why the American government's like, who cares about about the Ukraine? The state of the Ukraine, okay, has a stable economy compared to Russia, the entire country.
Wow.
That should tell you something. That should tell you something. Putin can be riding his horse naked while wrestling bears all he wants. His country's in the toilet. Communism, guys, it doesn't work. Communism does not work. Nor does capitalism. You want to know what does work? Socialism. Look at England. Socialised healthcare. If you need a tooth pulled in England, you just go to the hospital. They have a dental wing in the hospital.
That would be nice.
It's just solely dedicated to dentistry. So this whole thing that Americans have that English people have bad teeth is wrong. We actually have, for dental health-wise, England has the highest dental oral hygiene than any other country.
I can tell you, my husband is English, I'm an American, he has better teeth than I do.
Yeah, So that should tell you something, guys. You always want to learn something new here on the Pixel Podcast. But most importantly, the Russian government is on the verge of collapse, which means you're going to get this whole rogue state thing again. Where that's the problem. When you spend more time spying on your own people rather than feeding your own people, shit's going to happen. Look at North Korea. Okay, let's get back to the whole hacking thing. The fact that this Chinese hacking group, GOP, were hired by the North Koreans to hack Sony. And it doesn't help the fact that the Sony CEO's password was Sony1234.
Oh, good God.
That was his password. Sony1234. How fucking stupid are you? And yet Sony spends millions each year on its cyber division, making sure that none of its newest releases get torrented and shit. Really? Really? RARBG.com. That's all I need to say. All I need to say. But yeah, Sony spends millions, okay, in their cyber division, and it all goes tits up in a heartbeat. Because the guy's password is Sony1234. Stupidity of human beings, man. Stupidity of human beings. That's all I need to say. But yeah, lately I have been playing a lot of Metal Gear Solid 5. Wait for the honest review of that game to be coming out on the YouTube channel. I've also been playing a lot, and I mean a lot, of Payday 2. I've been playing a lot. Let's see what games I've been playing on Steam. Okay, according to Steam, I've been playing Metal Gear Solid 5 for 9.5 hours. Payday 2 for 27 hours. This week alone. Ruse for 6 hours. Sins of a Solar Empire. Rebellion for 9 hours. League of Legends for 45 minutes.
Well, also, you've been playing a lot of the games because this week you weren't able to stream as much as you usually do because I was down sick.
I've got more hours clocked on Call of Duty Black Ops 2 multiplayer than any other game in my Steam lineup right now.
You're okay, baby boy.
480 something hours. Yeah, I kind of like my Call of Duty multiplayer.
That's a lot of time on one game, Dan.
Let's not count.
Oh, like we got room to talk about.
Also,
yeah, me and my World of Warcraft account right now.
Yeah, exactly. I've also got several hours clocked on Insurgency. Thank you, Legend. I absolutely love that game. I've also got a lot of hours clocked on a Star Wars Galaxies server, private server that I've been working on with some friends. So if you're a Star Wars Galaxy guy and you miss it, stay tuned. We'll be posting more information and more Pixel podcasts on it. But we've got it's as we left it. It's literally just as we left it. You've got the Galactic Civil War going on. You've got the Christmas Wookiee Life Day thing going on. So you can go to Coruscant and go. You can do the whole Christmas present stomping thing. You know what I mean?
Really?
Yes. The only bugs we have currently right now is there is no trading card game system. If you try to activate it, it crashes your client. If you try to register your Galactic Civil War points, it will crash your client because they're running on 2 separate servers right now. Also, we're working on spawning random bosses and mobs. We've got the script to work, but the combat engine is a little bit buggy, but we are working on that. What you can do is log in, walk around the cities, walk around, Dathomir, Tatooine, Mustafar. You can go to the planets. You can't fly your ships yet, but the terminal's there, and so is the shipbuilder and everything else. So you can build a ship, put the parts in the ship. You can spawn resources. You can spawn armor. So if you want your clone trooper armor, if you want your master Jedi robes, if you want all your legendary heroic jewelry set, You know, you can all spawn those in. You can even spawn in the Bane's Crystal if you want a black lightsaber. You know, you can do all of that on this server. But we're currently working on the questing system and the boss mobbing right now. Once those are fixed, once those are working, we will technically be about 60 to 70% done. That would be Star Wars Galaxies. Star Wars.
Sorry, I had to pick up the baby. He was crying and get everybody.
Star Wars Galaxies. I'm working on a private server with some friends of mine. And what I'm going to do is I am going to show you the launcher real quick.
On the Twitch channel?
No, it'll be on the stream, yeah.
Michelle,
Yes.
that is a spoiled, rotten dog.
You're not kidding.
Okay,
What are you going to do when Sir Churchill becomes full grown and goes, I want to get in your lap?
as you can see, guys, this is the Star Wars SWG launcher.
Yes, it's an MMO.
Yes, it's an MMO. As you can see, it's online. It's at the test centers online and up and running. But unfortunately, it's currently down to Core 2 instead of it being on Core 4. So each core is emulating a server. You know, you can't go on places like the Riot Trail. You can't go in places. Certain places are off limits right now. But yes, you can play the game if you truly want to. So, for example, let's just hit play.
And to answer your question, Jekyll and Bob, I already have 2 that are giant lapdogs, so this is nothing new. I can't handle when he starts crying and whatnot, because all of the other dogs rush to him, thinking that he's being hurt or something, and the last thing I need right now, and you guys need, is a stampede in here. Because 2 of them are underneath my desk, and I will go flying.
Actually, that'd be funny.
Oh, shush.
Sorry, sis.
Okay.
Well, I'm glad to hear that Churchill's been accepted into the pack. So
I'll show you briefly on the.
He's been very accepted. The only time any of them have an issue is when he's needy like this, and Isis wants to be near Mom. Let's do it like that. Okay, you can show off your chest.
So here it is. This is the starting zone because we're working on getting the
that brings back memories.
Corellia, Dantooine, Dathomir, Endor, Locke. We got Naboo, Roy, Talos, Tatooine, Yavin 4. Like I said, we've got a lot of planets and a lot of the towns. Let's go to Bestine. You guys know Bestine, right?
You gonna go lay by Gabby? There you go.
So here you go, Tatooine, Banthas. It's legitimate. It's up and it's running. You'll notice that there isn't any mobs spawned or anything just yet. Again, we are working on getting certain bugs out, but this bit should bring your memories back, Vic.
Oh, good grief!
Wait for it. The shuttles.
I want my entertainer back.
No.
Yes.
That means I'd have to bring the damn church back.
Oh, come on! His character needs a hairdo.
I mean, that is the hairdo.
It's half bald!
It's not going to matter, guys, because your characters aren't saved at the moment on the test server. So when you log back in, your character's gone. But the point is, it's all here. Remember, look, see? Starships. You must own a starship. Remember that droid that was always working on this terminal? You could never figure out what it was doing?
Yeah.
He's there. You know, now normally there's a scout trooper standing right here. Again, because he's a mob, he doesn't spawn, but you can see the Imperial recruiter. Converse. I'd like to join the military. Absolutely. Now I'm Imperial. This machine right here is what spawns your character. Go to character. Start a combat level 90. There you go. I'm level 90. Character. Go to items. You can go to weapon. Go to lightsabers. There. It just gave me every lightsaber in the game. Right there. Double bladed, 2-hand, 4/5 gen. There you go. Padawan robes and Jedi training pole arm. Now I put on the Jedi robes. Lightsaber cannot be used. Oh, that's right. I got to put the go to resource. No, not resource. Where is it? Let's move that there. It's item.
Oh my god, that brings back memories.
Don't it though?
Oh my god.
Miscellaneous equipment. Here it is. Heroic jewelry set. Items. Miscellaneous. Belt of Master Bodu Bass. Items. Miscellaneous equipment. Got the jewelry. Got all of that. So we can go back. So I can go to you. There you go. Got the 4-piece heroism set on. Go to items. Go to armor. Here you go. Pick your armor type. Jedi Knight robes, Master Cloak, Uber Tees, Mandalorians, you name it. It's all there.
Now tell me getting my Rancor is going to be that easy, damn it.
It will be. Let's go with Jedi. We'll go to Jedi Knight robes.
That damn Rancor test you put me through.
There you go. There you go. So we'll go to give 50,000 credits. Item, medic buffs, resource. This is Star Wars Galaxies, guys. This is my server. Do you see how far along I've worked on it?
You're getting there.
Yep. I've been working on it, guys. Me and some friends have been working on it. Go to weapons now. You can go to crystal color. There you go. Gave me one of every crystal color, even the lava crystal.
What about the Sunrider's Destiny?
Tune it. Do you wish it tuned? Yep.
Honey.
Sunrider Destiny?
Yes.
I believe so. Weapons. Cry out pearls. There you go. All perfect cry out pearls. Tune crystal. Okay.
Oh, Vic, doesn't that bring back
Tune
memories?
crystal. Tune crystal.
You can't wait until after Christmas to fucking do our D6.
I know, I'm sorry guys. Let's open the lightsaber. Let's tune the crystal.
Yeah, honey, after this, Star Wars has got to go. We've got to do it.
There you go, perfect saber.
I didn't let you equip it?
I've got the color modifying in there. Huh. That's a bug I'm gonna have to work on. Alright. But yeah, there you go. You. It's all there.
Now, how far away from you are you to having this open and ready to go?
We're about honestly I'd say about 45-55%.
No, this is going to be just like regular. We're going to level up and everything on this, right?
Yes.
Not just go up to a machine and go.
No.
Poop, I'm nice.
No. Yeah, there will be honest.
That to me, I don't like doing that because I hated some private servers that were set up that way.
No. That will not work. See, even the junk dealers here. Steady.
Yes, it's an older game,
But it was fun.
but it's one that we all played, and oh my goodness.
Basically, anything like if you wanted your own house, you had to build it. You wanted your own TIE fighter or X-wing, you had to have it. You had to build it.
Now, what we're planning on doing is incorporating a cash shop, which is if you want to buy a city deed, you have to buy the deed from the cash shop. They can't be made by players. So, for example, if you wanted Palmyra, you know, you'd have to buy it, which is only going to be like $4. You know, it's not going to be the most expensive thing you're going to be able to buy is probably like an armor color change kit at like $4. You know, we're not planning on you know, charging an arm and a bloody leg for everything. You know, but I'm just letting you know this is how far we've come, guys. Okay, here you go. Let's get some armor. Let's get some stormtrooper armor. Okay.
No, not Stormtrooper.
You're in your undies again.
But there you go. Now, if you want more weapons, like you say you go different class, okay? I can go to items, weapons, ranged, okay? And it gave me every ranged weapon you could think of: Intimidator pistol, proton carbine, legendary Reaper cannon, A28 blaster rifle. So there you go. Now I really am a stormtrooper. Proton carbine.
Bad aim.
Yep, even with the bad aim. So, you know, I believe the cloning facility does work. But no, there isn't any mobs for you to kill just yet. We're working on getting the spawn engine working properly. And then once we've got it working, we're going to be working on the ship side. The ships is something we're going to work on last, you know. But there you are. You wanted to see it, guys, and here it is. You wanted to see how well we're doing. The old cloning facility. You should remember this building.
A little too well.
Yep. All spawning in here. Yeah, see, the doctor's not spawned. Okay, so yeah. Okay. Eric's got to work on the spawn script on that. Okay. But like I said, here you are, guys. This is what I've been doing in my spare time when I'm not streaming and doing other things. Star Wars Galaxies. As you last remember it, guys. Literally. And I do plan on doing a great big event, you know, once this is all up and running. Doing a great big Galactic Civil Wars event and everything else. And because this is our own code, Sony can't come after us. Nor can LucasArts. Because it's Disney's property now. See? When Disney bought it, Disney didn't buy the IP to this. Okay? See, the examination system's working. Do you see?
Yep.
Right here, there's a bazaar terminal. Explorer missions. Say, because the mission server's not up. But like I said, we are working on getting some things done. Oh look, entertainers missions are up though. So if you want to shake your money maker, you can. Artisans, another bazaar terminal, mission terminal.
Legend says, does it cost money?
This? No. This is just what we're doing see? A testing terminal designed to test out various new systems and potential implementations of new content. Please be aware terminal configuration can change without notice based on what is currently being tested, and there may be stages of testing where we do not desire for all the configurations to be available. Do you see what I'm saying, guys? So, use items.
At one time, Legend, when this was a true game that Sony had, yes, it did cost money each month.
Armor.
But what Deceptive and them are doing is there'll be some things that you'll donate to get, like deeds to cities or whatnot like that, but it will be free to play. If I'm understanding correctly.
Yes. We're going to make it free to play.
Yes.
Do you see? So I just wanted to let you know that's how far. But if you click on Galactic Civil War, you can go to planetary maps. I believe, yeah, we got those working. Besting, Wayfar, Anchorhead, Mos Eisley, Mos Entha, Mos Taki, Mos Espa. We've got those working. Do you see? Commands, community options, mail. Of course, the mail system's not up yet. Go to expertise, of course, where you can set your expertise.
I will be right back again.
Okay.
Check in.
You should know what these are, right?
Oh yeah. Light side, dark side.
And yes, I do have all my old original macros for my Jedi. And yes, you can import your old macros in. Here you go. It should make Michelle happy. Dancing Stormtrooper. All the pet commands. All the skills to pick from. Hey look, honey, it's a dancing stormtrooper. There you go. But there you go, guys. That's where we're at on the server.
The basic dance. Oh goodness.
Yes. So yeah, that's where we're at. That's what I've been doing in my spare time, guys. When I'm not streaming, is I actually have been working on my Star Wars Galaxies server.
Nugget.
It's all about that base. No rebels. Exactly. There will be no rebels. But yeah, guys. So that's what I've been doing in my spare time. Is working on some Star Wars Galaxies. Yes, we do plan on bringing the trading card game system back into the game as well. All the in-game items you could get from the trading card game, like the Emperor's Chair and various other things, those will be in the cash shop. You know what I mean? So you can just, 50 cents and you've got, this. The destroyed at walkers and stuff, houses and the Imperial bunkers and stuff like that, they'll be in the cash shop as well. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. Certain things like the Sunrider's Destiny and stuff like that, we're going to still leave those in-game as in-game loot drop, so you won't be able to buy those in the cash shop. It's just certain things like certain speeders and certain other things like that you can donate to get. There will be no pay for power level, which is none of this whole, hey, let me give you, $100 and power level me to 90 automatically. No, that won't be in the game. Also, we're upping the level cap from 90 to 100.
Nice.
And we're also going to be adding new content, new solo missions, new campaigns, stuff like that. The ships and stuff like that. Certain ships, yes, we will be putting them in the cash shop, like the Decimator and various other POB ships. They will be cash shop only. X-Wings, A-Wings, B-Wings, TIE Fighters, stuff like that. No, players will be able to make those. But that's what we're doing for Galaxies. Hope you...
Now, are you thinking about putting in some of the, the pre... ships from, episode 3, 4, and 5? Like, the older model ships?
Yes.
The pre-CU?
Oh, cool.
Yes. We're also going to be looking at putting in new armors as well, so it's not just like the old Republic armor and stuff for Jedi's. You'll be able to get that and wear your robes at the same time. So it's not just I'm wearing my robes but have this for appearance, gloves for appearance. No, you'll be able to wear them and get the full benefits and stuff. We're also going to be incorporating a Jedi temple on Coruscant for Jedis to go to get missions and stuff. You know what I mean?
Cool.
Yep. Unfortunately, if the Empire owns the planet due to Galactic Civil War, it won't be a Jedi temple, it will be a Sith temple. Do you see what I'm saying? But that's when the Galactic Civil Wars will actually start to matter. You see what I'm saying?
All right, but I think we've gotten quite a bit away from what our original Death Fitness podcast was, though.
Actually, the podcast was just talking about gaming in general. So if you have
it turned out to be one hell of a tangent.
If you have any topics you want to talk about, bring it up in chat. You guys as well in the chat room, Legend, Comps, if you want to talk about it, any of you guys in the chat room want to ask us a question, go ahead. I'm going to use a restroom and have a brief transition.
I had to go grab me some potato chips.
Do 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 do.
Do 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 do.
We have the intermission music.
Bob's doing the Jeopardy music.
It could be worse. It could be like Wheel of Fortune or The Gong Show or something, you know?
Oh yeah.
Old TV shows that most people would not even...
Remember nowadays?
Yeah.
I was also thinking about doing videos on YouTube on how to set up private servers.
Don't mind the chomping. Since I've been sick for almost a week, I still have a tender stomach, and so if I don't eat anything,
Haha, I'm back.
it lets me know that it's not happy.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. But yeah, I'm going to be doing a whole bunch of new videos on YouTube. One is PC gaming on a budget, you know. So that'll be incorporating Newegg, PC Pick Apart, and a few other websites where guys in the stream, I want them to give me a maximum budget, you know. And I mean, granted, I'm going to have to ask a few questions in return, like what do you already have that can be salvaged, like hard drives, monitors, keyboards, mice, stuff like that, you know what I mean?
Whether or not they have anything that's salvageable, or if it's a complete build from top to bottom.
Yeah, no OS, no anything, you know what I mean? So that's what I plan on doing, you know, that's for PC gaming on a budget for you guys in chat. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. As for gaming related stuff, I'm really upset over the fact that Gaijin want you to pay to progress forward into the American lineup. You know, I really do think that is...
That's low and cheap.
It's a piss take, to be honest with you. Because I honestly was going to set aside... I mean, I have 2 liters of soda that I was going to set aside, so I had all the energy in the universe to do a 24-hour a marathon stream of just trying to get as close as I can to the Walker Bulldog, or as close as I could to the M103, only to find out that once I'd unlocked everything at tier 1, you know, and I go to start researching at tier 2, it's like, you must subscribe to one of these packages. I'm like, so what?
Talk about discouraging the American Army.
Well, it's a discouragement, but it's also a cheap way to get money.
You know what? Legend just asked us the question in chat, which is, do you guys think the War Thunder American tanks is not right to make us pay? No, I don't think it is right. I don't. I do not think it's right that they made us pay. I don't. I think it's...
it's bullshit.
It is. It's bullshit. I think they're nickel and diming us. I mean, what's next? I mean, honestly, think about it. What's next? They add a new nation like the Italians or the Irish or the Polish or whatever, and it's like, but you must subscribe and pay us $14.99 to use rank 1, and then $32.99 to use rank 2, and you're getting nothing for it.
Why should I even worry about paying the package or giving them any money for the American line, or for even if they bring somebody else in, when I can just stick with the Germans and keep progressing down their tank?
Well, no, I'm just saying, could you imagine if that's what they're going to do next? You're going down the German line, and you start to unlock rank 3, rank 4, and it's like, you must subscribe to this German package. You know?
It's ridiculous. It's a way for them to nickel and dime their customers. And it would have been different if they would have said, hey, you know, right up front, if you want to progress in the Americans, or you want to progress in blah, 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 you know, it's going to eventually cost you something. See, at least you would have went in knowing.
Yeah, see, now, the problem with what they've done is granted, it's pissed off a lot of players, especially now it's near the Christmas time. Do you see what I'm saying? Not a lot. if people have the money to piss away on this package and that package and every other fucking package. But most importantly, and this is the thing that's pissing me off, there is a lot better games that are coming out that is going to make War Thunder look like World of Tanks. One of them is Advanced Warfare. Armored Warfare, sorry. Armored Warfare has already... It's nothing but modern tanks. So none of this Tiger 1 versus T-44 bullshit. It's flat out, Leopards, Abrams, Challengers, Bradley fighting vehicles. It's all modern shit, and if the tank had a fucking laser-guided rocket on it, it gets a fucking laser-guided rocket.
I know what you mean, Legend. I'm the same way.
But no, if they were to be upfront, okay, like Astaria, like World of Warcraft, to be able to play certain things, you have to pay. But War Thunder didn't come straight out and say, hey, if you want to play this, you're going to have to pay us.
Yeah, see, and again, like I'm saying to you, the videos are misleading. Because nowhere does it say on any of Gaijin's YouTube videos that are announcing the release of the Steel General shit that you have to pay to progress into Rank 2. Nowhere near. So in theory, if you really wanted to get on that bandwagon, a lot of American players can do a class action lawsuit against Gaijin, because none of it says in any of the fucking videos, in anywhere, is there an asterisk or anything else that says you must pay to progress on? Does it say anywhere in their videos any of that? Do you see what I'm saying? And I think it's bullshit. The reason why they're pushing these out now, it's like games that are being rushed. Look at Assassin's Creed Unity. That game is so fucking broken that consoles can't even give you 30 frames per second, and they're designed for consoles. The PC version, you're lucky if you can get 15 frames per second, and you've got a brand new graphics card that you paid $1,500 for, because the game is unfinished. Because Ubisoft had to get the game out now for the Christmas rush. Otherwise, they were going to lose money. Well, they're losing money now because people are taking their games back and asking for a refund.
Well, it's not only that, but you get these games that aren't finished, that you're not being able to play properly, and then you'll get a notification saying, hey, new updates, pay us blah blah blah.
Yeah, don't even get me started on that. There's an update for Xbox Live for Forza, and it's a mandatory 1 gigabyte download. So I downloaded it. Turns out it's DLC that they want $20 for. 20 fucking bucks? I didn't even pay $20 for the fucking game. And they want $20 for DLC, and all it is one new track. One new track in maybe 2 color schemes for a car.
Hell no. No.
Yeah, and I was like, no. No. Same as fighting games, okay? I've recently I've got a few fighting games. You know I do. I mean, my Xbox library is all Marvel vs. Capcom or Tekken or Street Fighter. I love my fighting games, guys. I'm not going to lie. And lately, I got this nostalgic kick, so I went back to Tekken 1. So I played Tekken 1, all the characters, unlocked all the characters, played Tekken 2, unlocked all the characters, played Tekken 3, unlocked all the characters, played Tekken 4, unlocked all the characters, played Tekken 5, unlocked all the characters, got to Tekken 6, and found out that 3 of the characters I could never unlock because they're DLC only. It's gotten to the point where DLC is replacing rewards that you get. Because I remember playing Tekken 1, okay? I remember playing Tekken 1 for the very first time on the PlayStation 1, okay? And then I saw it on the arcades and went absolutely fucking ballistic. Well, in the arcades, same as Soul Calibur, you got rewarded for completing the game and doing certain achievements within the game with a brand new character to play. It gave the game more longevity. Do you see what I'm saying?
That's because they're nickel and diming you guys to death.
Exactly. And now I've also got Street Fighter versus Tekken, and I've also got Tekken Tag Tournament. Well, in Tekken Tag Tournament, all the characters are unlocked. All of them are unlocked from the beginning of the game. But what they do is they give you different apparent. For example, I can play as King from Tekken's from in Tekken Tag, but if I play the game and beat the game as King, I've unlocked King's original costume from Tekken 1, and then his costume from Tekken 2, then his costume from Tekken. You see what I'm saying? They give you extras that way. Well, the new Tekken Tag that's on the PlayStation 3, I don't have, because I don't have a PlayStation 3. But from what I've seen, in order to even get any of the newer characters, same as Marvel vs. Capcom 3, I cannot get. There's 3 characters I will never be able to ever get or own, which give you achievements, by the way, on Xbox Live, that I'll never be able to get because they're only on the ultimate version of Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Which, by the way, I can download for an additional $19.99. On top of the fact that I already paid $24.99 for the game.
It's their way of nickel and diming.
Yeah.
It's like me and somebody else got into the conversation a long time ago about pay-to-play or free-to-play games, MMOs. This friend of mine, he plays Repels. I am an Astaria player. I love my Astaria. And he's like, how can you stand to pay $15 a month? And I says, well, let me ask you this. How much a month do you put on Repels?
Didn't he say he spent like $200 a month?
Yeah.
$80 a month, at least.
$80 a month on a free-to-play
I remember that
game.
argument.
And I said, okay, so it's a different thing for you to pay $80 compared to me paying $15. And he says, well, yeah, because I get stuff for it. And I says, really? What do you get? What tangible thing can you hold in your hand that you get from that $80?
You know what I would do? Honestly, I would rather play a free-to-play game, and instead of spending the $80 on the free-to-play game, granted, I'd probably spend about $20 on the free-to-play game, but the rest of the money I would put aside and get a loot crate or something else that is tangible, that I get once a month. I open it up, you know,
Right.
and this is the point where Loot Crate thinks, oh, we could sponsor him. Yeah,
Right.
I would get a loot crate. You get a T-shirt, you get stickers. You know, you get gaming stuff in every loot crate each month. Okay.
Right, but see, I could still spend my $15 a month on Astaria,
and you got $80 in your wallet to spend on something else. Yeah.
and I still have an extra $5 compared to what you have.
Yeah. Honey, I agree. I do have some pay-to-play games. You notice I play Astaria with you.
I know.
I have World of Warcraft. I have pay-to-play games. I'm
I know you do.
well aware of that. But I also play a lot of free-to-play games.
I know, but it's the mentality of that I have a hard time with. Is it's a free-to-play game, yet you'll go and spend $80 to $100 to $200 on it without blinking. Yet somebody says something about, oh yeah, I pay $15 a month for a blah 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 game, and it's you do what?
Yeah, well, that's not me though. See, I play.
You won't catch me spending any money on a fucking game.
Well, of course not, Vic. That's because you're the
But
you're the Grinch.
what?
You're the Grinch.
You goddamn
No,
right.
he's been in Astaria. He's paid for Astaria.
What? I know.
Prove it.
What about your World of Warcraft account right now, sir?
Yes.
I have no idea what you're talking about. And I found my level 8 and my level 90 jack.
Right. I think we just caught the hermit lying.
Yeah, but no.
I know that he has played Astaria because he has a mate in Astaria that's wondering where the hell her Sheetan has gone.
He's hibernating.
He's sleeping. But no,
He passed gas and died in the bottom of a pit.
But no, I know how Legend feels. You know, the whole, you know, you can't you wouldn't be able to play the game if everything was always bundles. And I do get that, but what a lot of people don't seem to understand is pay-to-play games get paid each month. That's a guaranteed paycheck they're getting to pay for their bandwidth, to pay for their electricity, to pay for their servers, to pay their GMs and all those other things.
And 9 times... Sorry, Danny.
And
9 times out of 10, if you're paying $15 a month like me and Bob are for Warcraft, the game is 9 times out of 10 a hell of a lot better constantly.
Servers
Sucks!
The servers are more stable. The GMs respond more quicker. There's more content. There's you get your $15 worth.
It's like right now in Astaria, there's the Christmas islands going on, and you get masks, you get all this other crap. They've actually come out with a tuxedo for dragons.
No thanks, I don't want to look like a penguin. But no, do you see what I'm saying? Which is why we're making the Star Wars, which was a pay-to-play game, a free-to-play game. Do you see what I'm saying? Now, there are going to be certain things that you do have to pay for, like if you want to own your own home. Okay? The deed for your home is $2. And it's your home, as long as you keep paying the maintenance on the damn thing. Okay? To make sure that the house doesn't fall into disrepair and can be destroyed by the mayor. Okay?
Or you know an entertainer that goes in and slips money into your houses.
Exactly. Now we're also going to be.
I have no idea when you're doing that.
We're also going to be making a Beastmaster an actual class by itself. It's no longer a subclass. It's actually going to be a class that you can start and learn with.
Damn it!
Really?
Which means if you want to learn beast taming, you've got to go out in the wild. You've got to watch the creature. The longer you watch the creature, the higher the chances you're going to successfully
be
tame.
Attacked because he doesn't like you staring.
Exactly. and there, of course, there's going to be certain creatures that are always going to be untamable,
Right.
because they're just their nature.
Like what?
Like rancors, wampers.
Hey, you told me I could have a rancor.
Yes, I'm not saying you can't extract the DNA and grow one.
Oh, okay.
Do you see what I'm saying? I'm just saying you will never be able to tame a bull rancor.
Damn.
Do you see what I'm saying? But it doesn't mean you can't extract the bull rancor's DNA and try and use it. Do you see what I'm saying? We will be modifying the creatures' DNA rosters and things like that. Certain creatures you won't be able to get anymore. Wampa DNA will only be drop only, which means you won't be able to extract it from the Wampa King.
Right.
Okay, during in the Hoth event. Galactic Civil War stuff. You will gain additional GCW bonus points if you manage to destroy the gold bosses. You know what I mean? Like that great big rocket ship and the AT-AT walkers. For example, if the rebels if the rebels take out your AT-AT walker, you lose GCW points. And you can spend your GCW points to say, hey, we need elite troopers on Bestine, or we need elite troopers on Tatooine. You know what I mean? And you will, instead of spawning just regular white and gold stormtroopers, you will get the Nova troopers. You will get the Dark troopers. You will get the elite ones.
Yes.
Medics will get additional rewards for rezzing, troopers like they're not used to. They'll get rewards for rezzing and healing troopers while in combat, as well as members of their own parties and groups and things like that. And that's what we plan on doing. And it's just minor, small things. You can go to Coruscant, and we're adding new world marker maps. You know how you could go to the Lars Homestead, you could go to the Sarlacc pit monster and stuff like that from the movies. Well, if you go to Coruscant, you can go to the Emperor's office.
Churchill, no.
And stuff like that. And we're also going to be having the ability to where you can be neutral during a GCW, even though you're Imperial or Rebel, but your friend's Imperial and you two want to platoon or party together, you'll be able to do neutral missions together where it's not Imperial or Rebels that you're killing. It's actually like pirates or NPC mobs, stuff like that. We'll be doing that. Droid engineers, you'll be able to get the droid belt, honey. You know that you got for me?
Yes.
Well, that will be back into the game as a quest reward for droid engineers.
I got you the droid one and the Beastmaster one, so yes, you could have a better chance at mutating me a Rancor.
Yes. Incubators will now have the ability to accelerate the incubation process, but in doing so, there's a high chance that it's going to kill the creature. You see what I'm saying?
Not cool.
Which makes sense. It
does, but it's still not cool.
We're also, instead of you having to have 4 different trader types to get a stable thing, Beastmasters will be able to build all of the stuff that those trade classes will get to build. So the glass vials, the incubator, and all this other stuff. You know what I mean? You'll be able to build those at a lesser quality. If you want a higher quality stuff, you're still going to have to go to that dedicated trader. Traders will get combat abilities like a power shot and things like that.
What about Ents?
Ents will also get the ability to use certain Jedi skills, yes. Like combat skills, you know what I mean?
Thank God.
So you're not just stuck to using blasters, you can actually use melee weapons as well if you want to.
Well, it wasn't even blasters, because you couldn't even do jack with blasters. It was fighting.
Remember the defense of the city?
Yeah.
All she could do was dance the whole fucking time.
Yeah. And again, if you want to do that to get rid of fatigue, you can. If you want to dance, if you're Imperial and you're dancing, and you can do that as what I would like to call distracting the enemies. You're making the enemy less combat effective. Do you see what I'm saying?
That works.
So she's right. If she's Imperial and she's dancing for, say, Rhodioshi, who was our munitions Imperial, to take off his fatigue, and a rebel started watching her.
He'll actually gain fatigue, which makes his and again, fatigue does impact your stats. You know how after certain death points in Astaria, your stats start to go down. Same thing. Fatigue will start to wear down your character's stats. Your world's slower. You know what I mean?
Good.
So you have to see an Ent. You have to see Ents. Ents will be required for GCW.
And you're going to have to see one of your faction.
Yes. Exactly. Neutral dancers won't do anything. They'll just stand there. So they'll be able to buff. You know what I mean? The buffing mechanic system, we're going to be looking at we'll be looking at redoing it so that it's just base templates. For example, say my Jedi's watching an Ent, and most Jedi's want heal on hit, increased dodge, you know what I mean?
Yes.
You'll be able to save buffs to a template, you know, like a macro.
Okay.
And they can say, oh, I'd like template 1, please. And you go, okay, click, 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 done. He's done.
Okay. So,
see?
like where I had a bunch of people that would come every day, all the time.
Yeah, your regulars, yeah.
I could just go, okay, well, here's his.
Yeah, you'll be able to you click on their name and it'll be like, save buffs as template so-and-so.
Yes.
Do you see? And you get to name the template. So if you know it's for Victor, you can save it as template Victor.
Very
or
nice.
template Robert, or template Danny, or template Michelle. You know, you'll be able to save it as a template.
Right.
Which makes buffing a hell of a lot easier. There will no longer be AFK buff bots. That's one of the things we wanted to fix right away. So you won't be able to have an AFK buff bot.
So you won't have it be.
So no medics AFK buffing for tips at starports.
Yeah.
Lagging out the servers and stuff. That won't happen. We're also going to be looking at incorporating a streaming media player in the game. So if an Ent's dancing to a certain song, she can say, listen in on this IP address, so their players are listening into your music that you're streaming as you're dancing.
Nice. Warhammer, it is actually about Star Wars Galaxies at the moment.
Star Wars Galaxies. The debunked MMO that's being reborn by me and a few other game developers.
It's something with Star Wars, yes.
Yes, Dr. Themis. Yes, it is Star Wars Galaxies. SWG. Swag, for short. SWG. So that's what we've got planned. We're planning on making it completely free to play. But if you want to own a home or a specific ship, you know, like the luxury yacht you could have?
Yes.
That's a POB ship. That's the lowest level POB ship you could ever own, which is basically a floating home.
Yes.
That would be a minimum donation of like $10. You know, they'd have a set fee. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You could have a subscription plan, and what we planned on doing with the subscription plan, like it used to be in Star Wars Galaxies, doesn't incorporate your login. What it does is it incorporates a character, and he gets a monthly a credit purchase. So you don't say you do $9.99. Well, that will give you 500,000 credits each month to his bank account. Do you see what I'm saying?
Getting something for...
Yeah, you're getting something for your donation that you can also then spend to incorporate the economy. Say the player-made economy. We're not saying players can't build houses. We can. They can build basic generic houses. Okay, they can build the harvesters. They can build, but the elite harvesters, the best of the best harvesters, like the server max harvesters, those are like $1 on the in the cash shop. Do you see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Good question.
Well,
in the original Star Wars Galaxies, when more than one of us had a guild house, if one's already planted down and marked as the city's guild house, and say I come along and drop another one, are you going to fix the problem of it switching over to the new one?
Yes. Guild houses will now have a specific cone of territory, which means you cannot put two guild houses next to each other, because the cone of territory will prevent them. Do you see? There will be a limited amount of territory where you could put a house down. You know how you could put a house only on a certain area? You know, when you go to put the house down, the red squares means you couldn't put them down, the green means you could. Well, we're incorporating a cone around a guild house. So you can't
I meant if a city already had a guild house.
Okay.
And when a new person came along and dropped another guild house in that same city limits.
No, they can't.
It automatically switched the guild house.
No. What I'm saying to you is you can't. The city will only allow a max of one guild house, regardless of how big the city gets. It's a max of one guild house. Do you see what I'm saying?
Couldn't you just change the script so if there's already a guild house, the new guild house just gets labeled as a bit like a mansion or something?
No.
Instead of guild house?
No. Well, with Palmyra, when we had that issue when Gorox kept putting new guild houses down and they just kept renaming the guild, what we decided to do is, how you once your city has reached X amount of population, you get the transport, you get this, you get that. Well, once your city reaches X amount of population, we could probably put it in so that you get an extra guild house, but it still keeps the same guild name.
Mm-hmm.
We're also going to be incorporating storage silos. You know how sometimes you used to have a house that just stored armor or just stored resources? Well, we're going to be
I had a storage house like.
Well, we're going to be incorporating. What I want to do is incorporate a silo that can hold up to 1 billion of one resource.
Nice.
Do you see what I'm saying? So you can have, and the silos don't take up any of your plot space. You know how you have a max of five plots you can put down?
Yes.
Well, traders get a max of 10 slots because they have to put harvesters down. Okay? Well, and a mayor will also get 10 slots because he has to put down the shuttle port and various other things. Well, what we're going to incorporate is the harvesters, like the silos, do not take up a single slot, and they're bound to your character only. So if you've got multiple toons, your other toon can't get into it. So for traders, it's perfect for them because they can go, oh, this is my rare precious metals, this is my rare precious gases, this is my rare, so that when it comes to them making a server max droid or a server max whatever, it's set right there. Also, when you put down a hospital now, there will be a cloning facility in the hospitals. Do you see what I'm saying? Where you will get a natural 10% discount off your cloning process.
Very nice.
So that's another thing. Also, if you put a laboratory down, it automatically comes with incubators for your Beastmasters. Do you see?
Very nice.
And so it's just little things that we're going to incorporate to help speed up certain processes and certain things. Oh, not a problem, Legend. I understand. But that's what we've got planned to do for our Star Wars Galaxy server. It is going to be 100% free to play, but for those players who wish to donate to keep the server up and running and keep GM's bills paid and things like that, you will get in-game bonuses for it. The Galactic Civil War stuff will still be limited to the Galactic Civil War stuff. So even if you donated $1,000, we're not going to bump you to a major in the Galactic Civil War. Those ranks will be locked. Okay, you have to earn those. Exactly, you have to earn those. What we are going to be planning on doing is also other small minor things, like incorporating certain mods that a lot of players liked to use, you know, like the animations for the alternate Jedi saber attacks, you know, that I used to run all the time, honey, that you absolutely loved.
Yes.
Well, we're going to be incorporating those on the server. They will be supported by the server. Do you see? So it's not just your shit. You're actually going to do the whole, you know, Knights of the Old Republic saber swings and stuff. We're also going to be fixing the droid bug issue where a person can have more than one droid. And multiple player mounts, like the skiff player that can have like 12 people sitting in it. Those are going to be able to be built by players. The trading card game. In-game items from the trading card game, like the Mandalorian backpack, rocket pack and stuff like that, those will be in the cash shop. So if you want Boba Fett's rocket pack, you know, you can just buy it from the cash shop. Do you see? And it's the prices are all going to be fair. We will occasionally, when we add new content, we will add discounts to some of the other stuff. The content won't be $4.99 and you get the new content. No, all updates will be free because it's a free-to-play game. But any in-game items that new content produces will automatically go to the cash shop. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Hey Liam, how you doing, brother? So that's what we got planned.
How's it going, Liam?
That's what we've got planned for the Star Wars Galaxy server. We're also going to be incorporating and putting it into its own server blade system, which will house up to 12 different servers. So instead of it just being test server, there will be Starsider. There will be the old original servers. There will be Ahazi. They'll all be there. You know, we're trying to get Sony to release backups of their servers so you can actually play your old original characters. You know, but Sony's not being forthcoming with the information just yet. Even though it's dead data to them, they're not going to be using it. You know what I mean? You are legally entitled to that data. It is yours. You paid for it.
Oh my God. Tripodius back.
Yes, you'll be able to get your Tripodius back. Michelle will be able to get freaking, Melina and all of her Ents back. I will get Malus Calgar. I will be able to get Malavictus back. I will be able to get all of my old characters back. You know? It's going great, thank you, Liam.
It's going good. We're alive and kicking.
Yes, well, this is the Pixel Podcast. I hope you enjoy it, Liam. This podcast will be up on the Twitch channel afterwards. If you guys have just coming in late and you want to find out what we were talking about, you can jump on that. It'll also be uploaded to YouTube as well. So if you want to watch it on YouTube later on, that's fine. You can as well. But exactly, as Nugget says, any day above ground is a good one. And so
alive and kicking, that way you can keep the nails out of the coffin.
Exactly. That's what I've got planned. It's small minor changes that really aren't that hard to do in game with the current game as it is. But as you can see, we are making leaps and bounds. The games, the planets load. We're working on the ship system itself is probably going to be the very last thing that we work on, like the ship combat and stuff like that. But for now, it's baby steps,
There you were.
But it's baby steps that we have with goals in mind. Do you see what I'm saying? And those are the goals. So, yeah, we've talked about the Smite tournament reaching 2 million in payout. We've talked about the War Thunder pay to progress model is just wrong. Is there any other gaming stuff you want to bring up, guys?
I'm thinking.
Oh God, that's what the smoke is. See, I want to talk about.
I thought I smelled something burning.
Yeah. See, that's why I was asking you guys in the previous podcasts about private servers and how you feel about them, because we're not hurting Sony. Sony, no, see, that's the thing. Sony no longer owns anything to do with Star Wars Galaxies or even the Matrix Online. They own nothing to do with them.
Legend has a question.
Okay, Legend. Why you make me so hype? Huh?
So excited.
We're getting them excited because we've been talking about your Galaxy
Star. Too much sugar, I guess. I don't know.
Not enough sugar.
Yeah, I'm actually talking about that. I need to go get something. My blood sugar's dropped a little bit, so I'm going to get
he is a 13-year-old, so a little bit of sugar. The thing with the Star Wars Galaxies, it is an older game. The graphics aren't, up to modern standard, but all the things that you can do, and that there isn't another game out there that's got a crafting system like Star Wars Galaxies did.
I was addicted to that crafting system in that game.
It's so in depth. That's one of the things that really turned me off about the game, but it was so in depth, and the things you had to do, you had to make this and this to make this, and you needed different things to make other stuff that you needed to make this one thing that you were trying to make.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody's slated anything. I know there was talk at one time of actually bringing Galaxies back out, but
yeah, there was talk. I think it was the beginning of last year, or maybe the end of the year before that. There was talk that Sony was actually planning on remaking Star Wars Galaxies under a different Star Wars type name, so they could bring it back out.
Yeah, which probably would have had a graphics update and everything else, just so they could make it. Everything
would have been the game engine would have been up to date. The graphics would have been updated. The whole fucking 9 yards. But I don't think it. All we heard was talk about it. That was it.
What was that?
About Sony bringing Star Wars back.
Oh yeah, but no. Sony doesn't own any rights to it, and nor does LucasArts, because they got bought by Disney, and we double checked. Disney has nothing to do with the Star Wars Galaxy IP, nor does Sony. No one owns it. It's a dead IP. It's officially a dead IP as of 60 days ago. So we're not hurting anyone's copyright laws by doing this. So yeah, haha. So we plan on getting Star Wars Galaxies up and running.
Like that.
So guys, also new DLC come out for Payday 2. The Gem Heist, which is pretty cool. Wow, that was a long day at work.
Mine's like that. It was like that yesterday.
But yeah, I put a few hours in on a new game I've been playing, Metal Gear Solid. Hang on, I'll tell you exactly what the game's called. It is called Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zero. Good game. Each mission, in theory, is its own game, which is kind of weird, because I completed the first mission, and it started rolling end-game credits, and I'm like, that's it? One fucking mission, and it's game over? What the fuck? No, they've decided to break up each mission into its own mini game, in theory, And I thought that was pretty cool. Has Kiefer Sutherland from 24 and various other movies, Young Guns. He's doing the voice for Snake, and he's even got the face. They digitally imposed Kiefer Sutherland's face as Solid Snake. Sure thing. That's the email. Replay roundup at deceptiveent.net. This is a laid-back Pixel podcast episode. But like I said,
I think laid back is an understatement.
I have like, and no, I'm not sponsored by Dr. Pepper either. But I have
brought to you today by Dr. Pepper.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying.
It'd be nice if they would sponsor him.
No, I'm just saying. I have like 9 2-liters, okay, sitting on my back porch, frozen, ice cold, that I was gonna use for Monday's stream to do the 24-hour marathon, to get as far as I could in the American lineup. Only to find out that it's a whole. Oh yeah, you want to progress past rank 2, you got to pay us, which is bullshit.
And at first he refused to pay them.
Oh yeah.
I'm not doing it. Why should I pay you to go farther in America when I'll just stick to with the German tanks?
Which, by the way, are much more fun.
And more dangerous when you pull the pop string.
Mm-hmm. So that's what we're doing right now. It's a laid-back Pixel podcast, guys. You have any questions in chat? Please go ahead and ask. And I'm even going to break one of my rules. The question doesn't even have to be gaming related. So just ask.
Unless you're going out that door, you're not being seen. However, you already said you went outside to take your garbage out. So you were seen.
Mm-hmm.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, 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 dun.
You're okay.
We saw you. It was an ugly picture of your left butt cheek, but we saw you.
Huh?
And you did. And you didn't even wash your hands.
Oh my God. Hey, question. Danny, what is the headset you're using right now?
This is a...
Yeah, Bob's never seen that headset.
This headset is a eBlue Cobra gaming headset. It's from a company called eBlue. And I have their box somewhere. Egads, this is the first time I don't have their box at hand, at reach.
You left it in that one spot.
What is going on? The world's coming to an end.
When you weren't looking, Danny, you cleaned your room.
No, this is a really good headset. I really do like it. It's the eBlue Cobra 707s. I actually did a review on them on the Pro boards. Let me post the link in chat for you. Damn Pringles. Once you pop, you can't stop.
Actually, these are Lay's stacks.
Same thing.
Same thing. Looks the same. Goes down the throat the same.
Oh yeah. Comes out the butt the same too.
Hmm?
So yeah, here it is. Copy. Can I post it in chat for you? There you go, mate.
Copy paste denied.
That's the Pro boards if you want to go sign up to it, Bob. But yeah, it's the eCobra 707 headset. It's a good little headset. We paid what, 24 for it?
Mm-hmm. No, 20.
Because I bought the Turtle Beach, the P11s.
Mm-hmm.
Because I like the way they sat on my head, but they squeeze too tight. I mean, it's almost like the...
There's the link to them.
Dude, no squeeze. Look, no squeeze whatsoever.
Yeah, that's why I don't wear my headset right now. Just leave it sit on and use the mic off of it. Leave it sitting on my desk.
These are
Every
honestly...
time I wear them, the sound through them is great.
Mm-hmm.
But when I put the headset on, I got to take them off every few minutes just because it feels like it's squeezing my head tight.
To be honest with you, these are probably the most comfortablest headset I've ever worn.
Are those the ones that you were talking about to make you feel like your ears are sweating though?
No. That would be the Siberia Blues, what Michelle's wearing. Those make my ears sweat. Because they don't, the leather on them doesn't let my ears breathe. This is a really nice soft foam material, like a cotton material, and they make my ears breathe just fine.
Nice.
But yeah, that's the review.
There's an eBay link for them from the same store we got them from.
Yep. So if you're interested in them, guys, go ahead. I do plan on buying another headset and giving it away once I hit 300 followers. So, you know, stay tuned. There will be.
Note to self: make multiple accounts, and
we're doing that again?
yeah, why not? I want that headset.
But I will be giving one of these headsets away. They're pretty cool.
I found it and told Danny we had to get it because it on the side has a cobra.
On the side. Yeah, let me show you. Little cobra snake. Yep, it has a little cobra snake on the side. Oh, cool.
Oh, good,
Well, thank you.
Tegan, what's that?
What is that?
That would be a game. Sorry, guys. Low blood sugar. Natural pick me up. But yeah, that's so this is just the laid back Pixel podcast episode. Normally I have set series of questions, but I was like, fuck it, I can't be asked, you know. And so this
is
is
the weird part. If somebody logged in
Churchill.
right now and started watching the podcast, it would be, wow, it's a podcast of somebody eating an apple and feeding. It's a podcast of people stuffing their faces.
Well, unfortunately, like I said, with me being sick for the last week, if I don't eat, you guys wouldn't have been seeing me sitting here because I would have been in the bathroom again.
The wife's been suffering from a head cold. And so, sorry, I just needed to pick up my sugar, guys. It's not good seeing Cobra pass out at a keyboard.
No.
Only if there's twitching involved.
No twitching involved. But no, I've been... But again, I want to take this time to thank all my followers here on Twitch and on YouTube and everywhere else, on Twitter, Facebook, for taking the time to be here. Unfortunately, I can't say the same for Mike, because he's a freaking flake and he's more flaky than a leper colony.
He just logged into Skype not long ago.
But he still hasn't answered me then. And then I guess he's going to come up with something. I didn't see your messages. Really? She didn't even see the ones on Facebook then. And you didn't see the text messages I sent you either. Huh? Jackass. But yes, it's Hearts of Iron 4. It's a good game. Yep. But and so I want to thank all my guys. I want to take this time to wish everyone a Merry Christmas. I won't be streaming I will not be streaming on Christmas Day. I won't be streaming on Christmas Eve or Boxing Day. So the 23rd, the 24th, and the 25th. Excuse me, the 24th, the 25th, and the 26th. There'll be no streaming from me.
Nope, those are wifey days.
And Melina's days. So I will not be streaming at all on those 3 days, guys. But nor will I be streaming on New Year's Eve. So, but I will be on New Year's Day, just not New Year's Eve, because I'll be getting drunk, and I'll probably be barely streaming on New Year's Day with a hangover. But still, just giving you guys a heads up as to what I'm doing.
Oh, but a drunk Danny stream would be so comical.
You know, I've been thinking about doing a War Thunder stream where every time I lose a game, I take a shot. Every time I lose a tank,
it wouldn't be too long before you wouldn't even be able to fly.
Exactly.
No. You cannot take shots.
Exactly.
It would all be beer.
It will be drunk tanks. Every time I lose a tank, I take a shot. But every time, I kill an enemy tank, I take a drink of non-alcoholic beer, of non-alcoholic. You know, so I have like a shot of Coke. You know. So I mix it up a little bit, so I don't get completely hammered. You know. Yet. So, you know, and so yeah, I'll be doing a drunk tanks stream coming up soon. Yes, and even drunk jets as well. But also, I'd like to thank the following other streamers.
Watch it. Be the only time he never gets shot down is when he's drunk and flying a jet.
Yeah, and I'll start shooting down everyone like I'm a fucking pilot ace in my Katsuka. Yeah. That's how you get good in the Katsuka. Fly it drunk.
Well, that would probably work because if you were drunk, you just wouldn't care.
Hey, Jinxie, welcome to the Pixel Podcast. So yeah, I feel that I'd probably be doing better if I was like drunk flying the Katsuka. You'd be like, you know, be freaking drunk flying the Katsuka. But again, I want to thank everyone who has been supporting me this entire year. In theory, what is it, February, honey? It'll be a year I've been on Twitch.
You've been twitching?
Yeah.
It'll be close to a year, yes.
Yeah, it'll be close to a year. You know, I wish there was a way I could just find out on my account, you know, how long I've been on Twitch. But of course,
I believe in February you'll be there a year.
Settings or something. How long?
Account information.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at right now. Is the account information. It doesn't say. Does not say. Wow. Oh well. I wish it did, but it doesn't say. And so
that would be cool, but he wouldn't make it past like the second death.
Yeah, or how about that? Yeah, if I swear or I rage, I have to down a full bottle of beer.
Well, you know, I'd have to play in the same game with you, Danny, so I could keep tipping your tank over until you started ranging. It wouldn't be fair.
That'd be in the first game right there. It just
Fuck
automatically. Might as well just pop over the six.
I honestly think
it'd be over with.
I honestly think by the end of the stream I will die of alcohol poisoning.
Yeah, we don't want that.
But yeah, this is the Pixel Podcast. I will check that right now, Warhammer. Give me a few seconds.
We do not want him dying of alcohol poisoning.
But why
No,
not?
'cause after the first because he'd slam the first bottle and it'd be the end of the it'd be end of the Twitch.
Probably not my luck.
Icy quit.
Well, what are you saying? The Irish part of you would kick in?
Yep.
Great, then we'd never understand him.
You never know. The more he drinks, the more you might rage.
Probably not my luck. You're just like your mother. You can't take a punch.
Or start speaking in
My mother could take a punch, and she could dish it out too.
Yeah. Yep, I got them, buddy. I'm anti-air versus medium tank. Yeah, I'm getting them now as we speak, and I'll put that in the replay roundup for tomorrow. So yeah, there you go. Got it downloaded. Thank you, Warhammer. Don't worry about it. Welcome to the Pixel Podcast, guys. I'm glad you are enjoying it. Again, if you have any questions you want to ask, bear in mind this is the Christmas, Merry Christmas edition of Pixel Podcast. if you have any questions that are not gaming related, you can ask them in chat. Okay, so go ahead, ask your questions, guys. Please don't forget there is a Cafe Press store that you can get your Cobra merchandise on. There is NightBot in chat, so just ask NightBot for the links. Oh damn it! Why do I keep putting that slash there? There you go. There's all the links for you. So again, guys, enjoy it. If you have any questions, please go ahead and ask.
How much can a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
A lot of wood. As for me,
why is it anybody ever says that? Somebody always comes up with the fucking chuck thing.
Because I'm always in chat when it happens.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, that's the idea, isn't it, Warhammer? To have fun.
So you survived another year, sucker!
Barely, I might add.
Wait, he said birthday, not wedding. Sorry.
Yeah. So I just want to I want to thank everyone. Especially, I want to thank Capcom and Konami Games for sending me some of their codes to review some of their games. If memory serves, the very first stream I ever did was a review of Resident Evil Revelations, if memory serves. And that was Capcom. Capcom sent me the code for free.
I played some of the first Resident Evil games, and it creeped the fuck out of me.
And so,
Resident Evil Director's Cut. The scene in the police station where the liquor comes through the window.
Oh God, yes.
And then clings to the ceiling, and it's that whole cut scene right there.
Uh-huh.
Me and a buddy of mine were sitting. I had my PlayStation and stuff all set up in the bedroom.
Uh-huh.
And we're sitting on the bed. We got fucking snacks, and we're just sitting there playing this back and forth with each other. And we're both sitting there, and all holding on to our controllers and shit. And this cutscene starts, and we're like, "Whoa, what? Ah!" And we literally went over, turned the light on, opened the door, and walked out of the room.
Yeah, let's see. For me, it was. I've played all the I've played Resident Evils 1 all the way through up to 4, 5. No, I stopped at 5 when it was Chris in Africa. I stopped at 5. And honestly, the one part in Resident Evil I will never forget is the actual original intro, where you've got Chris Redfield reading, stories. He goes, and he's reading from newspaper articles, and he's there, and he goes, and the victims are presumably eaten. I'm like, eaten? Eaten by what? Land piranhas? Alligators? Sharks? Ooh, And the thing that did me in was going to the freaking greenhouse, and there was that mutated plant, and it had the freaking sharks in the water, and you had to drain the water, and then the sharks are just flapping around in the water, That bit was scary. And the ending music, when you see the tyrant burst out the glass, it's got that opera music. I was like, oh fuck, it's opera music. Look out, they got a piano! It was one of those.
Bunny?
Yeah, it was one of those moments. It was like, look out, they got a piano! Sort of thing. And I remember fighting the tyrant, and I'm like, fuck, trying to reload my fucking shotgun shells while trying to avoid him. And I also remember doing a speed run of Resident Evil 1, and I did it in 2 hours and 56 minutes. Under 3 hours, and I unlocked Hunk, Tofu, the rocket launcher, the Gatling gun. I unlocked practically everything, and in doing so, changed how the game played. Like the puzzles all completely change. It's like when you're playing Super Mario World, and you go and you complete the Star World, and all the enemies change, and the map changes, and everything else.